Disney World made a quick comeback after the pandemic and other challenges like supply chain issues and high inflation. But not everything survived. Today, hiding in plain sight are still venues at Disney World that didn't make it. From retailers to restaurants, here are 17 venues at Walt Disney World that sit abandoned today, most with little hope of returning anytime soon. Number 17. Indiana Jones Adventure Outpost at Disney's Hollywood Studios is located outside Indiana Jones' Epic Stunt Spectacular. It was a small retail shop that sold a limited selection of Indiana Jones merch, along with other souvenirs like rubber snakes, of course, and Disney-themed toys. Adventure Outpost closed in 2020, but in 2023, it briefly opened as the Den of Destiny, an Indiana Jones-themed bar, but it closed after a few months. I don't know why. Indiana Jones has a huge following, and it's in a great location. For now, if you're looking for an Indiana Jones themed bar, you'll have to visit Jock Lindsay's in Disney Springs. But here's a fun fact. Right behind the building, you'll see a fictional World War I tank. This is the actual movie prop used in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Number 16. The Studio Store, located in the Anaheim courtyard of Disney's Hollywood Studios, is one of my favorite places in the park. This sign is one of the last artifacts from the backlot tour. The red, black, and yellow signage conveyed that MGM Studios was a working studio lot. Signs like this were once all over MGM Studios throughout the 1990s. Inside the Studio Store, you would have found typical Disney Parks merch, but what made this store special was that it also had merch from upcoming Disney movies. The Studio Store closed in 2020 and hasn't reopened since. But if you want to see some MGM Studios nostalgia, go check out the sign. You'll find it right by the exit of the Walt Disney One Man's Dream attraction. Number 15. Pirate League at Magic Kingdom was created in 2009 following the popularity of Mickey's Pirate and Princess Party Nights, a hard-ticketed evening event. Pirates League was a themed makeover studio similar to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and its infamous Princess Makeovers. The Pirate League promised pirate-themed makeover packages for all ages, and they were affordable, starting at just $30. Upon entering, you were given an official pirate name. Then it was off to the muster station, where you would be given a beard, eye patch, a bunch of wounds and scars, and, if you had parental permission, tattoos and piercings. Okay, well, maybe not those last two, but you could get a fake one anyway. In January of 2020, it was announced that the Pirate League would recruit their last pirate in July of that year. However, it closed in March and would never reopen. Today, Pirates League sits shuttered at the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction just outside the best gift shop in all of Walt Disney World. If you went to the Pirates League, leave a note in the comments. Tell us what it was like to wear an eye patch all day. Number 14. The Briar Patch was the companion gift shop to Splash Mountain in Magic Kingdom. To me, it was the second best gift shop at Walt Disney World because if you looked carefully, it was Brer Rabbit's home, complete with a fireplace, rocking chair, mismatched lanterns, and a collection of items belonging to Brer Rabbit himself all around the ceiling. By the time it closed, the shop sold a very limited selection of Splash Mountain merchandise, but it had plenty of general Disney World merch. The Briar Patch closed in March of 2020 and never reopened. Disney has not announced any updates for this space, but its counterpart in Disneyland will be a retailer for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Maybe this will happen in Magic Kingdom too. Number 13. Back in 2012, Disney World introduced Club 626, making a temporary stage more permanent for an evening dance party at Magic Kingdom. Located just outside Space Mountain in Tomorrowland, Club 626 ran 3 to 4 nights per week and featured Chip and Dale in their party costumes, a lively DJ, and lighting effects. Eventually, Club 626 became the Incredibles Super Dance Party. The dance parties ended in 2018, but Disney was using the stage for hard-ticket events like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Most days it sits unused, except for a character appearance, usually Stitch. Some guests felt that music from the dance parties ruined the atmosphere of Tomorrowland at night, while others felt it added a lot of energy. Number 12. The Magic Kingdom NewsStand, located between the entrance and the tunnels leading into the park, was a popular spot to grab a last-minute gift. I used to go here all the time to grab a bottle of water for the journey home. It was hardly ever a line here, which is probably why it's closed today. But it was also where you could buy postage stamps to mail postcards home. Now, I know people don't mail postcards anymore, but what made this place special was that you could get an official Walt Disney World postmark here that was authorized by the US Postal Service. To get that postmark today, you'll need to stop at City Hall on Main Street, USA. The NewsStand closed in March of 2020 and has yet to reopen. It's in a great location, being literally right outside the park entrance. I'm really surprised Disney hasn't repurposed this spot yet. Number 11. There's yet another merchandise location closed at Disney, Mickey's Gift Station, located at the Ticket and Transportation Center. It closed in 2019 without any explanation and never reopened. It was right around the time Disney upgraded the security screenings at the Ticket and Transportation Center. The gift station had a decent selection of Disney Parks merchandise, sundries, snacks, and beverages, and I remember them having a huge selection of those lanyards for your sunglasses. It was a great place to buy Magic Kingdom merch without needing a park ticket, too. Number 10. This one isn't only closed and abandoned, but it failed miserably rather quickly. The NBA experience at Disney Springs was a multi-level recreation center geared toward teen basketball fans. For about $35, you could participate in various basketball activities like dunking on a lower hoop captured by cameras, testing your dribbling skills with a coach, exploring a mock-up of a team locker room, and an NBA gift shop. It opened in August of 2019 to a disappointing start. Soon after opening, there were deep discounts for Disney Vacation Club members and then annual pass holders, and when that didn't work, they had employees stand outside the entrance with basketballs trying to get people inside. The NBA experience closed in March of 2020 for the pandemic and never reopened. Recent rumors suggest that Disney is working on something new, so let's see what happens. Number 9. Senses spas can be found on Disney Cruise Line ships, at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, and until recently, Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort. Both the Grand Floridian and Saratoga were designated spa hotels at Walt Disney World, where guests could schedule revitalizing therapies and services. But here's the problem. The Mandara Spa at the Walt Disney World Dolphin Hotel and the Four Seasons Spa at the Four Seasons Hotel, both on Disney World property, are a lot nicer. In March of 2020, Senses closed, and today it's just abandoned. The spa products were removed from the shelves and the reception desk has been cleared. On the Disney World website, it doesn't even say temporarily unavailable. It's been completely removed, giving little hope that it will ever return. So maybe Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa will just become Disney Saratoga Springs Resort. Number 8. The Garden View Tea Room, located on the main floor of Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, was once a place to enjoy a classic British afternoon tea. This was a popular venue for moms and daughters in particular. The tea room closed in March of 2020, and since then, the space has either been closed off with velvet ropes or opened as a game room. I thought it would reopen after the hotel lobby was refurbished, but there are still no signs of life here. And no word on a reopening date, but I do think it will eventually come back. It's still listed on the Walt Disney World website, along with the menu. Number 7. When Epcot first opened after the pandemic, many of the countries in World Showcase remained closed. They began to reopen in phases, and for a long time, the International Exchange cast members were not present. World Showcase has made a full recovery, except for a few small venues. Der Teddy Bear in the Germany Pavilion was once home to collectible Steiff teddy bears and other German toys. The space has been blocked now by tables and chairs, and it has been sealed off from the other stores on the inside by a wall. I think when Disney seals off a store with a wall, it's safe to say that it won't be reopening anytime soon. Number 6. Also in World Showcase and Epcot, the Brass Bazaar, Tangier Traders, and even Casablanca carpets in the Morocco Pavilion have been closed since 2020. This entire pavilion has been weirdly closed and reopened without any announcements from Disney. The Oasis Suites and Sips, located in the rear of the pavilion, is a hidden gem in Epcot. And while it's technically open for business, I've noticed that it also closed a lot. It seems Disney opens it whenever it can. The pavilion has also been going through a lot of seemingly random refurbishments, and yet it never looks any different. Number 5. Morocco was added to Epcot in 1984 and was home to the popular restaurant Marrakesh. It served Moroccan and other Arabian dishes for both lunch and dinner. There were also belly dancing performances. But it's been closed for over 4 years, and it's the only restaurant in World Showcase that has yet to reopen since the pandemic. Disney still has the menu posted online along with a message saying that it's just temporarily closed. So who knows, maybe it will come back soon. Number 4. Voyage of the Little Mermaid was a popular stage show at Disney's Hollywood Studios running from 1992 through 2020. The show never reopened after the pandemic, and in September of that year, the signage was removed from the building. Disney announced that the sign was just being refurbished. Many thought it would never return and the theater would get a new show, but the sign did return, and today it needs refurbishment again. In December of 2023, Disney announced that the theater would be reopening in the fall of 2024 as a new show titled The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure. This new show will feature all new performances and musical numbers from the film, including Part of Your World, Poor Unfortunate Souls, and more. Number 3. Since 2006, young guests have been receiving royal transformations thanks to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and its theme of fairy godmothers in training. While the Magic Kingdom location just behind Cinderella Castle quickly became the preferred boutique, the very first boutique was at Downtown Disney, now Disney Springs. Later, a third boutique at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort also opened to provide relief to the sold-out Magic Kingdom location. But the Disney Springs and Grand Floridian boutiques have yet to open since the 2020 closure. Today, guests can only visit the Magic Kingdom location. Packages start around $100 per princess. Number 2. Can you believe that the Wonders of Life Pavilion at Epcot has been closed longer than it was in operation? Prior to the pandemic, Disney World announced that the Play Pavilion was planned as part of the Epcot refurbishment. It was originally planned to open in 2021, but that never happened. Disney never even announced that it was delayed or even canceled. But in January 2023, Disney officially announced that the attraction's concept was on hold. Today, the entrance has been removed, and they even put curbing along the pathway, making it seem like a long-term closure. Disney isn't even using the pavilion for special events anymore. It was often used for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival and Flower and Garden Festival. Disney also used it as a backup location in the event an outdoor dessert party got rained out. And in 2021, the entire roof was replaced. But since then, there has been nothing else going on. Number 1. Rivers of Light was Disney World's attempt to bring a nighttime show to Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. It featured water fountains, projection mapping, and live performers. A massive amphitheater was constructed around the lake near Expedition Everest. Rivers of Light, in theory, was part of a great idea to keep Animal Kingdom opened after dark. But Rivers of Light was troubled from the start, taking nearly 4 years to build, so people lost interest. And then it missed the opening date. Desperate to get something going, Disney released a scaled-back version of the show, but it failed to impress audiences. Disney attempted a revised version of the show in 2019, but it still didn't take. I give Disney Imagineers a lot of credit for trying something like this, and I'm grateful they didn't just go with another Disney concert. But now Disney has a giant theater just sitting abandoned around a lake in the middle of the park. What do you think could be next? Maybe a drone show? Hey, isn't there one being tested this summer at Disney Springs? Over a lake? Interesting. What on this list do you miss the most? Did anything surprise you? Did I miss anything? I'll be in the comments and would love to know. I'm Darren Whitco from OrlandoParksGuy.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. And now, here comes a video that has been picked just for you.